So Joe, first of all, welcome back to Spennymoor Town. Your second spell for the club. You've been back training this week. What's your feeling about being back, and what's it like being with some players obviously you played with in the past?
I'm absolutely delighted to be back, over the moon. It all happened quite quick really, but like I say, as soon as I spoke to Gaffer, Tommy, Parnes, Tait, I knew I wanted to come back and sort of finish the job that we started in 2014.
And you've obviously left Spennymoor in 2018, you joined York City and you went full-time for 2 years. If you're looking back now on your time at Brewery Field, how do you reflect on that? Do you think you've developed as a player over that time?
Oh, 100%. I think I've developed as a player and as a person, to be honest. Reflecting on my time at Brewery Field, I think ultimately we failed. We should have got promoted this year, but yeah, you know, I can't thank the club enough for what they did for me throughout that time, and you know, to captain the club of York stature is something that, you know, I'm immensely proud of. But like I say, I've learnt a lot, and I think I'm a better player and person from it.
And you made the switch from part-time football at Spennymoor to full-time at York. You're going back to part-time now at Spennymoor. Was that a sacrifice you were willing to make to go back to part-time? Absolutely,
yeah. I think. I mean, look, I don't want to speak about, you know, the options I had, but you know, there was a potential to stay full-time. You know, but as soon as I heard that Spennymoor were interested, or they were open to talk, then, you know, like I said to the gaffer on the phone, I'd walk back, and I think I've got that bit between my teeth, because I think we've got unfinished business. So yeah, like I say, I'm delighted to be back.
And if we reflect on your first spell at the club, you spent 4 seasons here, 2 promotions, you scored plenty of goals, a lot of penalties. How do you reflect on that now you've been away for 2 years on your first spell at the club?
I'm not sure about other people, but I think I certainly only remember the sort of last, you know, 2 months of how it ended. I think, you know, when I finished playing, I'll probably reflect at that time, you know, more fondly. But I think I'm coming back with, like I say, that bit between my teeth to sort of really right the wrongs that were made towards the end of my time at Spennymoor. So yeah, obviously we've had some great times, but you know, I'm here to prove people wrong, and prove, you know, the people who brought me the club back, you know, and the gaffer and Tommy, and that they were right in doing that.
And I suppose when a player signs for a club, do you have to take time to bed in to get to know the lads? But you probably know the majority of the players here. Obviously, Adrian and Moke as well, who you spent 2 years at York with. What's it been like being back in the dressing room and things, and being with them big characters?
Yeah, do you know what? It's been great. I will say the dynamic has completely shifted. The intensity, you know, the manner in which the lads go about the business, it's completely shifted in terms of what it was like before. You know, the club is obviously, you know, operationally has went from strength to strength, but you know, certainly on the playing side, there's a different feel around the place. So listen, it's great to be back with a few lads I know, and you know, my friends essentially. But I think everyone's fully aware of the task at hand, and you know, I need to come and prove myself first and foremost.
And obviously, you've spoken about proving yourself, so it'd be quite self-explanatory to say what are your ambitions for coming back to Spennymoor. You talk about unfinished business. In a sense, do you think you're kind of coming back home as well, because you spent a big part of your career here?
Absolutely. I mean, you look at the infrastructure of the club. You know, it's one of the most progressive and dynamic football clubs of its kind, certainly at the levels that we're at. But you know, ambitions, it's a tough one. You know, I think, you know, this club is now primed, ready for the next level, and I think that, you know, if I can come back and impact that on the field, and you know, help us and get the club. Listen, it's promotion, isn't it? Let's be honest. I think you know, I'm trying to sugarcoat it, but you know, this club's ready for the next level now, and if I can come back and help, then fantastic.